sorry about that. I want to thank Rob for letting you guys know that I was having connectivity issues, but we're online now. I've got to reach and grab my laptop. Hold on. And okay, got my laptop so that I can get the questions that we're going to answer today. And over here, y'all can't see her because she's hiding in the corner. I don't know how we're going to get both of us on here. Here, let's try that. Can you connect to my Starlink?
That's what I'm trying to connect to. Still won't let me.
So I don't know why we were out and about and had such a blast, and we're going to tell you about that. But, oh, y'all probably can't. There went a laptop out of my lap. It's no longer a laptop, it's a laptop. Anyway, let me open it back up. We were out and about and got back, and Starlink was not connected. We don't know why. They get in your nose. There you go. And we don't know why. We don't know what happened. But so we are just now getting online, and I want to see who all's here. Let me turn my volume down on my laptop so it doesn't interfere, and turn this one off. Anyway, we thought that we would be just fine because I thought I'd walk in and I was already set up and everything, and be able to let you guys and just join in, but wasn't counting on the internet being down. So let me get set up here, and then we'll see how everybody is doing. And I've got to go to where I have my notes for the questions tonight. You guys asked some great questions. I'm amazed. I mean, not that it amazes me you ask great questions, but I was like, oh my gosh, y'all asked so many wonderful questions, and I really, really, really appreciate it. Let me open this up. That the tripod is shaking because Sammy is playing with her toys, and we're gonna let Sammy play with her toys because they were such sweethearts with us today, going on our little excursion. Let's see. There we go. Found my questions. Woohoo! And then I'm going to see who all is on here tonight. All right.
The smallest little lip.
Yeah, she has a baby chapsticks. The dentist gave it to her.
Isn't that cute?
I know. I thought it was so funny that the dentist gave it to her. Okay. I think I'm ready. Let me look at comments now. Oh, sorry guys. I'm going to keep hitting it too. So let me put my foot where I don't hit it. Sorry, Sammy. There's no room up here now, baby. All right. You're on, just so you know, Jenna. Everybody can see you. Okay. Who all's on here? My cousins are on here. Megan is on here. She said she was an hour early and is going to be coming back. Judith, my cousins, Richard Albert, Sally, and Kathy Decree. Hot day of 68. That's awesomeness. And let's see, Michael and Cindy both are on. That's awesomeness. And Megan came back. Rob travels with Dottie, says Dottie and George are in the house. Hi, Zelda Simpson. Good to see you. Where's our leader? I know, I was late. So Brenda Whitlock, Sarah, and Ton are in the house from the UK. I'll be answering y'all's question in just a minute. What the heck is my hair doing? That's because a fan's blowing on it. Because also I got in here and my house was hot. Sunny Central Texas, Texan Lulu. And Sally S. says she just found some cinnamon sugar graham crackers in the treat cabinet. Nice. Yes, I was running late, Robin. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting everybody know. Travels with Dottie.
I couldn't let anybody know because I didn't have service.
Yeah, she couldn't tell anybody.
I had to go back to the camper and get my AT&T phone, and then by the time I got back over here, it was back up and running.
Yeah, so it was,
I need a drink.
yeah, it's like, oh, did you not bring yours?
Yeah, but it's up there.
Well, you can go get it. We were scrambling, but it's a fun thing, so I'm going to tell you all about it. Connie Waddell is in Flagstaff today to have this topic tonight. No, Kathy, I'm here. Let's see, Mike, cue Jeopardy music. Da 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 da. And Sally Forth is in Alabama today. Judith, get food at Buc-ee's. Hi, Norman in San Diego. Oh, thank you. Robin was the first to notice my hair. I cut my hair today. I've been watching some YouTube videos, and I did I think they call it the butterfly cut, and I really like it. I didn't cut too much length off. I still have my length, but it's a lot more layered, and it's just, I just really like it. I haven't played with it much. I just cut it a few hours ago, and so I did it myself, and I'm enjoying it. So Sally Forth ate at Buc-ee's, and that's one of my cousin's favorite places. And thank you, Sue. Sue noticed too. Yeah, no, I didn't get new glasses. These are the same old glasses, just a new hairdo. So for Tom and Sarah, my hair.
Yeah,
Janet
what's
didn't
mine
even
doing?
say it. I did.
I know. What's mine doing today?
And so look at that. That's from being a new cut. So y'all just bear with me on it. And thank y'all for noticing. That's so sweet. I wasn't sure. I've been debating doing it for quite a while. So, but I kind of like the way it came out. It's very layered, and that might not be the style. I don't care. Mousefoods 46 is headed for Q in 2 to 3 weeks. And your son is following me and is new for him, Class A. That is so cool, Marcia. That's awesome. Yep, see, there's my cousin sharing that Buc-ee's is her favorite. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. And Linda, currently in Texas, is also in coastal Texas. Morgan, Threads and Jars, a quick hello. Thank you for being on here. That's awesomeness. And hey, Rob, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I just really wasn't sure, but I had to do something. I was feeling old and frumpy, and I just wanted something new and fresh. And that's how it feels. Thank you, Robin. That's so sweet. Texas lady, thank you. Yeah, Sarah and Ton. My hair. And thank you, Kathy. That's awfully sweet of you guys. So I want to share before I start reading, hit the thumbs up if you like Debra's hair. There you go. Oh, thank you, Sally. I do too. It just feels fresh and new, and I'm going to be able to do different things with it. And I got tired of wearing it in a ponytail on top of my head. And sassy, yes, Zelda. Sassy. That's how it feels. It feels sassy. And Jana looked at me like, what the hell? Morgan says, love the haircut, and about to give herself a buzz cut. Well, I tell you what, this has grown out. I don't know if you guys remember, but during the pandemic, staying at my dear friend, late Chuck, and his beautiful wife, Letty. What do you need, sweetheart? She's looking for something. Oh, she found it. So I moved everything because I cut my hair. Anyway, at the pandemic, because we couldn't get to salons or anything, I buzzed my hair. I cut it off. I took literally shears and just went bzzz, except for the part that was long, and I had one little braid like this, and I braided it, but the rest of my hair was chopped off to that long all over, and I let it grow out to its natural color. And I had no idea. I've been coloring my hair so long. I had no idea what color it was going to come back as, and so that was a little scary. But I mean, it's gray. There's no getting around it. It's kind of salt and peppery. You can see, especially like right in there, you can see my gray roots, and I don't care. I didn't know if it was going to come in totally white or what. I didn't care, and so I cannot believe that in just 3 years it has grown out this much. That's just crazy. And now I went and did this haircut. So you never know what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh, Robin says I look 10 years younger. Oh my gosh, that just made my day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm reading all of this. Joyce Maurer, thank you, and Marcia. Judith says you're never too old. I just had started feeling frumpy and not stylish anymore, you know, and I needed to do something. And so I that's what I did. I went and I studied a bunch of different YouTube channels of what I thought I might want to do. And yeah, Kathy says she remembers that in my braided tail. It was my COVID braid. And I said I wasn't going to cut that COVID braid off and it got really long. And I said I wasn't going to cut that COVID braid off until we got out of the national emergency. And I kept it for a year. But and Kathy says she's been totally gray since she was 25, and been dyeing it since then. Yeah, I've been dyeing my hair all my adult life, and it's so freeing not to do that. And I'm very lucky that it came in an okay color. It's getting lighter and lighter. It started off more salt and pepper. I'm looking at it. I'm using y'all for a mirror. It started off more salt and pepper, and now it's just getting kind of a light gray, but I don't care. I like it. Oh, Shannon says I'm rocking that hairstyle. Thank you. It's a lot of fun. Roots of wisdom. Hey, I got lots of roots of wisdom right here. Let me tell you. I got lots of roots of wisdom. And so it was a privilege, Megan, to get salt and pepper hair, because my great grandmother, I loved her so much. She was just the salt of the earth and good to me. The only person I probably had in my childhood that was consistently good to me. And her hair was like a milk white. I mean, it just looked like the most perfect pure milk. And I thought, you know, I'm probably gonna grow in with just white hair like great grandma, but it didn't. It came in kind of salt and pepper. Yes, actually, Kathy, that's putting my hair up in a ponytail and twisting it. I would twist it and then pull it way up and just cut it. That's how I'd been cutting my hair for years, and I finally decided to get called the butterfly haircut. You just Google it on YouTube. Tons of people, different lengths of hair doing it. It's just 2 cuts, which is what I loved about it. I only have to do 2 cuts and I get this. And so I'm very, very, very happy about that. So are we ready to do questions? Okay, I'm going to, first I said I was going to share with you what we did today. We went to a Pecos River education center. Nobody was there, and it's also part of a hatchery, but you can't go into the fish hatchery. I was surprised that they even let us get within the tributary waters of the fish hatchery, because I got to tell you, in Texas, you know, you guys know I worked for Texas Parks and Wildlife, and Jana was a camp host for Possum Kingdom Lake for many years, 2 or 3 years, right? Or two or 3 seasons over time.
Total of 9 months.
Total of 9 months. And but I worked for Texas Parks and Wildlife, and let me tell you, we guard our hatcheries like Fort Knox. You don't get within miles of them. And so I was really shocked. I just walked right up to the outlying aerator ponds and everything, but it's a whole tourist thing that they have, and you only find stuff like that by getting out and driving around, because it's not advertised anywhere. And we went on these back roads, and I've been having wanderlust, and I told Jen, I said, look, we have to go try this road. Try this road.
Well, and you got to understand how big Santa Rosa is.
Yes, it's about this big. And
So,
she's like,
we're
it's a
driving it.
subdivision. I'm like, I don't care. I want to go see it. I gotta go exploring. I gotta go see something. And what?
Just a bunch of driving around in the neighborhoods looking at houses and just because this town is only this big.
So, and
It's
she was
kind of
just
in
like,
between. It's like the interstate. You can exit 2 places, and you can drive the strip and from one area of the interstate to the others, and that's
only
it.
one main road, yeah. And so she was like, you're nuts. There's nothing to go see. And then we stumbled upon this, and I'll be sharing it with patrons either tomorrow or Sunday. But it was awesomeness, and so there you go. Let's see. Absolutely loved it in the 80s and 90s in the Pecos. Good deal. Hey, Dee Saunders from RGV, Texas. That's where I originally went to college, was what was then called Pan Am College, and then it became Pan American University, and now it's part of the UT system. When I went there, it was not. And Travels with Dottie, there is no Walmart here. Don't know that there ever was. There's no building that would indicate that there was a Walmart or anything here. So so the answer to your question is I don't know about anything being closed permanently. As far as I know, there is not a Walmart here and never has been. The closest Walmart to this area is either going to be Los Angeles, Las Vegas, New Mexico, not Nevada, Las Vegas, New Mexico, or Santa Fe. So yeah, not much here at all, except for the lake, which is also dried up right now. You can walk across it, literally. I'm not just saying that. You literally can. Okay, let's jump into questions, and I'll keep looking at comments and seeing what you guys have to say. But I'm going to jump over to Patreon. Becky McKinney has a couple of questions, and so we're going to answer them. She says, are you ready?
I'm ready. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm working.
Yeah, she's working. It's hard for her to read, listen, answer, and leave links for you guys and everything. So I appreciate you, Jana, Frugal RV Gal. One of our friends kind of fussed at me because I always call her Jana instead of by her channel, and they were like, she's not probably getting people liking her channel or subscribing to her channel because you never refer to her as Frugal RV Gal.
I think you do a lot.
Well, thank you. I hope so.
Frugal RV Gal, Jana, or Jana.
Yeah, Jana, aka Frugy, aka Frug, aka Frugal RV Gal.
Whatever.
Hey, Barb, can't wait to see you at KOKO Fest, and thank you for the compliment. Okay, Becky McKinney, and she and her husband Wade will be at KOKO Fest this year. Looking forward to seeing you guys again. She says, what are your tips for letting go emotionally in the transition from a sticks and bricks home to a much smaller home on wheels, particularly when the change is not by choice? Well, I have to tell you, first of all, let me just say, I'm going to post... She didn't know these questions. I forgot to put these on the little sheet that I showed her. I'm going to be posting these questions tomorrow on social media, and I'll put them in the pinned comment and video description also. And if I have time, I'll try to pull a time marker so that you can fast forward to each of the questions. But to answer that, first of all, Becky, I have to say that I think if it's not by choice, that it's easier because you don't have a choice. You have to do it, and you have to do it on the timetable of whatever is predicating that you have to do it now. And so you don't have all that time and emotion and planning, and I'm going to defer to Jana in a minute, and you'll see why. But you don't have all of that angst around it because you're too busy taking care of, at least I should speak for myself. When I had to get on the road because of my brain injury and thought that I was coming out here literally to die, none of that other stuff matters. you're in the throngs of doing what you have to do that's causing you to have to get on the road. And so I think if you have to do it, that makes all that emotional letting go easier. I'm going to give you a few tips that did work for me though. And I will say Jana and I, Frugal RV Gal and I, are a little different in this. Everything I own is in my RV. I don't have anything else anywhere else in the world. For a while, my wonderful cousins, Mike and Cindy, were storing my courier knives, dishes, and some other things for me. But even those are overhead now. Everything I own is in here. And I went down, you know, it was in increments over my brain injury and health crisis, in increments, but I started this journey with a 6,500 5 bedroom 3.5 bath house, and just went down in increments to now where everything I own is in an RV. I'm gonna let Jenna share. She still has a lake house and some things there. So there's a million different ways to be a nomad. It helped me. My first year on the road, I was in a cargo van, and I still had a storage unit of the things that I thought I wouldn't and couldn't let go of. And I realized I didn't, after a year on the road, I didn't care anymore. And I gave my precious stuff is the operable word, to whatever relatives would take them. My nieces, my great nieces and nephews, and those that didn't, I was very blessed that where I had my storage unit, they let me pull in and park for 4 nights and go through everything. And they even gave me a spare storage unit to put everything in, and compartmentalize that. And what my relatives, I gave them a deadline. I said, you guys have to be here on Friday. And what you don't take is going to these people's church that own the storage unit or manage the storage unit. And so that's how I got rid of all of my excess. But the number one thing that I can tell you is that when I drove away from there with everything that I owned being in my van, and I no longer had that surplus and that hanging over my head, it was the most freeing moment in my life I think I've ever felt. And I have now built up, and I have all of this stuff in my RV, and I've got way too much stuff. I've got to get rid of it. I was telling Jana at lunch today, I can't handle it. I'm gonna start throwing things out the window as I'm driving down the road because I can't handle it anymore. And I think the number one tip that I can give you is to be sure that you take pictures of those things that are very precious to you. And you can even get digital frames now that will scroll through those mementos for you, and you can put that somewhere in your RV or tiny home or a van or car, or whatever you're in. And you don't have to get rid of them forever, because they stay with you in memory through those photos. So be sure that you take photos of everything so that you can at least have that memory with you. And so that was kind of a long-winded answer to the emotional side of it, and how you go in Becky's answer to the transition from a sticks and bricks home to a much smaller home. You want me to read the question again?
Yes.
Okay, here's the question again for Frugal RV Gal to answer. What are your tips for letting go, Buzz, emotionally in the transition from a sticks and bricks home to a much smaller home on wheels, particularly when the change is not by choice? And hers was very emotional.
Mine was?
Yeah. I would say yours was. It was your parents' home that you had bought from, and yeah.
It was a choice to go full time for me, and I planned it for about 3 or 4 years. I started downsizing 2 years before I hit the road, and I had a 3 bedroom, 3 bath. I don't know why you need 3 baths in a house with 3 bedrooms, but anyway, I had 2 living areas, pretty big house with me, myself, and I, and yard and trees that dumped crap all over the. But yeah, it was my parents' house that after they passed away, I moved into it, and lived there 18 years. So I grew up in that house. So woo,
Sammy.
so that was emotional just because it was a family
That's
home.
what I meant, yeah.
that I was leaving. Tips. Well, I planned it for so long. I was looking ready for it for so long.
And you were blessed because you were able to partition some of your things to your lake house.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the only thing I have at my lake house are like my garage tools and stuff like that. I don't really. I kept my grandmother's bed, and I'm very sentimental in keeping stuff, so that was hard for me is to let
Yeah.
go of. This was my mom's, blah blah blah. And so I kept.
And it also involved the dissolution of her parents' company and those things. I mean, that had already taken place.
Oh yeah, that was in the 90s.
But I mean, it was still some of that stuff and just emotional.
But the tips, I mean, since I did it because I wanted to, I planned it for years. And so what I did plan is I didn't want to sell anything. This was just my, people were like, what'd you do that for? I wanted to give everything away because, it's like I couldn't imagine people walking away with my precious stuff where one of my good friends took my bedroom suit. And I know she was my bedroom suit,
Yeah.
It was like the few things that I enjoyed, which was that bedroom suit. But everything
Not the one of your grandmother's you kept.
No, I kept
yeah.
one bed, my grandmother's bed, her makeup table back in the 20s or whatever. So it's antique. And a recliner and a table that sits next to the recliner. So in case I decided I don't want to do this anymore, at least I have a bed and a chair and a table.
And all your books, not all your books, but you kept a lot of your favorite books.
2 bookshelves. So that was something I didn't ever want to get rid of was books, and that was hard. And I decreased that. And again, I gave those to one of my mentors, and he got all those books. And so that was a joy to me of picking and choosing. I had my friend Rachel come over, and I said, anything in this house you want, you can have it.
That's what I did.
She walked
It's
around
like,
and
whatever y'all want.
yeah, and so that I loved that part. So that made it easy to let go. And I had no family in that town, so I just had some friends. And I go back and visit them, but I don't ever want to live in that town again, so I was ready to leave it.
She's like, bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Thank you for flying with us. Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will add, and I would like to hear your thoughts on this, that there are maybe a couple of things. One of them, okay, geek alert. There are maybe a couple of things that I wish I had not gotten rid of. But other than that, and one of them is, okay, I'm sorry. One of them is I had the first Hallmark Star Trek Enterprise ornament.
Christmas ornament.
And it was the first one, and I wish I still had that. It's just somehow I wish I'd managed to hang on to my father's sewing machine that he gave my mother when they got married in 1957. I kept it all those years, and I wouldn't have been able to keep it in here, but my wonderful cousins might have kept it for me. But I didn't have any family that was willing to help me out in that respect at that time. My cousins, we didn't meet until later in life, and so I didn't have anybody that was willing to do anything like that for me. And other than that, you guys, here's the 1000% truth. I can't even tell you what all I got rid of. I mean, I know furniture, I know Christmas, I know, I can't even tell you what all was in all of those boxes and storage unit and house and garage. And I mean, I know I got rid of my tools and my lawn tools and all of that. You don't need that in an RV, but yeah, I no regrets. Any regrets? No. She's looking at the question. She's like, that's not one of the questions.
No, I just answered.
Okay.
I was thinking any regrets.
Yeah.
No. I know this isn't a question, but I'm going to, because I think, what do I miss about my sticks and bricks?
Yeah.
My washer and dryer.
Oh, God, yes. Holy hell, yes.
And my,
I miss that.
my garden. And my turtles.
Your turtles. You had,
But
she had wild turtles, but they were like pets. They'd see her come outside and they'd come running.
Oh, yeah. So they were my pets. They all had names and
Yeah.
everything. But, so I left those behind.
Yeah.
But, no regrets. It's just sometimes I'm thinking, ugh, if I had a sticks and bricks, I'd have a garden and a washing machine.
Garden and a washing machine. Yeah, and I had a backyard wildlife sanctuary. I was only, seven, I think. I only needed 7 more species to qualify. I had an amazing backyard wildlife sanctuary, and if you're interested in doing that, if you're in Sticks and Bricks, look it up, because it's a wonderful program to be a part of, and I do miss that. But there you go. But then again, too few to mention, they're doing the oh gosh, who sang that song? Regrets. I know Elvis did, but he wasn't the original one. I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Okay, I cannot go back and look at comments right now. Here's the follow-up, another question from Becky, and we'll make this one shorter. What is your daily routine when you are stationary? Well, I'm going to tell on myself. Sinatra, that's it. Oh, God, this is embarrassing. It's been a while since I've had a routine, because whenever my house is disrupted, like we just did all these major projects, and so everything has to be moved and out of place, and I don't, with my brain injury, I have to have everything in its place to keep my routine. And when things get out of place, I lose my routine. And I just realized a few days ago, I'm going to cry. A few days ago that I hadn't been taking my medicine. I don't know that that's life-threatening for me, but it's certainly a quality of life detriment. I had been struggling and couldn't figure out why. I couldn't sit down and work. I couldn't figure things out. There aren't any videos up this week. I didn't stay in touch with patrons. I couldn't think. And I don't know what to tell you about having a brain injury, and the number one medicine which I'm on is that helps me is called Aricept. I don't know what to tell you about a brain injury that makes you forget such things, and how bad it can be. And as soon as I realized it, I at least got my medicine bag back out, and told Jana immediately, even though I was mortified. I mean, it's mortifying. And have been taking my medicine for 3 days now, I think, and I'm already starting to feel better. I mean, I couldn't have handled, honestly, this is the truth, I couldn't have handled scissors 3 days ago. It was really bad. And so when Becky asked, what is your daily routine when you're stationary, I was like, oh shit, man. Mine is take my medicine.
Rebecca just got on.
Oh, she did? Hi, Becky. We just got through answering your first question, sweetheart. I'm answering your second one now about,
And she's crying.
and I'm crying. I'm answering your second one now about, what is your daily routine when you're stationary? And so I have to find a way that no matter what is going on, phone reminders, thank you, Joyce. And when you go through TBI rehab, they teach you all of these tools and everything. And
I think that one's working.
but that one is working, and we did set that up. I don't know who told me this here a while back, that you can name your reminders on your phone. So I have one that says Aricept that goes off at 9 a.m. every morning now. But here's the problem with my brain injury. And it doesn't matter, even if Jana asks me, have you taken your medicine? And I'm like, oh crap, and I can come back in the RV with the intent of taking my medicine or doing whatever it is I'm supposed to do and need to do at that moment. And if anything interrupts me, it's no longer in my brain pattern. It's no longer, I don't connect the dots. And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to be around people, because I do everything in counts of 3 or 4. The other day, Jana gave me, what was it, 5? I was like, oh shit, I had to go to the rig and I had to remember 5 things. and it was funny.
You did it.
Did
though.
I do it? I was going to ask, did I do it? Because I don't remember. But I usually do things in counts of 3 or 4. And yes, Jana is a lot of people's angels. She is an angel. But so I usually do things in 3 or 4 counts. And so, like, I tell myself, I'm going to literally everything, guys. Put my shoes on, take my meds, feed Bandit. There's an example of three things. I put my shoes on, maybe my phone rings, or
Which we haven't done yet tonight. Did you feed Bandit?
no, I haven't fed Bandit this evening yet.
Don't
We
let us
came in-
forget. We have to do that
Don't let
after.
us forget at the end of this, because this is going to be probably a little bit longer FNL than usual.
Bandit looked up like.
Yeah, he's like, you haven't fed me. But if something interrupts me, and interrupts that count, and I don't remember where I was in that count, or I just forget that I was in the middle of a count, it doesn't happen. And so I can have all the reminders in the world, including a great friend, an angel, that reminds me to do something, and I'm almost at the point, I'm not, but I'm almost at the point where you almost have to watch me do it to have any certainty that I actually did it. Because it's just really, really hard for me. And that's why, I mean, everybody, when they hold meetups and everything, it does, oh, you're so sweet, Dottie. I'm Dottie. I'm like reading Travels with Dottie. No. Oh, Dottie. Dottie. Sweet Dottie. Oh, my God, my friend Rob. But yeah, I don't handle things well. I overreact. I get stressed too easily. I say things I shouldn't. I get overwhelmed and it comes out sideways and it's embarrassing. Are you like, no
You
shit,
turn the
no
camera off
shit, Sherlock. Laughing at me. She
not
lives
laughing
with
at
it.
you.
She lives with it, so she knows. So anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. Becky's simple question was, what is your daily routine when you are stationary? And if my things are out of place and I have my routine, it's just like sticks and bricks. I get up and get dressed and feed Bandit, and Jen and I usually 90% of the time have breakfast together outside, and she comes over and usually fixes breakfast. Our deal is we go halves on groceries, she cooks and I clean. And then it's usually work, which includes writing. And My first clue that I had not been taking my medicine should have been that I wasn't getting up in the mornings, because my
Well, he
most
wasn't sleeping either.
and I haven't been sleeping, which is another symptom. But my most productive time is before breakfast, and that's usually when I do most of my writing and everything. And I haven't been able to do that, and I can't even remember when. And that's another thing, that loss of time. So anyway, what is your daily routine when you're stationary? Get off of me for a minute.
I wake up whenever. I don't usually set an alarm. I used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning every morning when I worked. And
Well,
well, what?
no, I think you were going to say it.
Yeah, which that has been still a habit after I retired, but it's slowly getting later and later. But I love to get up early. It's quiet. Light a candle or turn on a light, dim light, the Leslie lights, or
Show 'em.
you can dim them. So, and I put it off far away from me. And
Bubby.
I have one right above my head, and I journal every morning, or most mornings. And then I try to read 30 minutes every morning.
Hi, baby.
If I still have time in that allotted time, I do Duolingo, I'll do Spanish.
She's learning a lot of Spanish.
So I've been doing Spanish for 296 days
straight.
straight. And then I get up, walk Sammy, fix breakfast for us, and then I go back and work on a video, do whatever. Sometimes I draw, sometimes I paint, sometimes I haven't played my guitar in a while, but
I love to
just
hear her
my
play.
hobby stuff. And so that's more than a morning routine. That's kind of a daily
Well, that's
routine.
after, that stuff's kind of after.
Yes,
Yeah.
after the morning.
And me, it's working right while she's doing all that. And then I do my creative, like journaling, not journaling. I do journal in the mornings, but like scrapbooking or anything like that in the evenings when I can. Okay, so Robin, who is on here, Robin Mallory asks, she says she really likes the floor plan of Phoenix. What do I like or dislike about Phoenix, and what things would I want in my dream rig that I don't have now? I like everything about Phoenix.
Who is this, Robin?
This is Robin
Okay.
Mallory.
All right.
I like everything about Phoenix. I have worked really hard along with a lot of wonderful people these last 3 years. My fan over us right now is from Travels with Dottie. Y'all know my water heater saga with Judith, my tires and wheels with Richard and Judy. I mean, the list goes on, and I know I'm going to miss people, so I'm going to stop right now because I can't name everybody that has helped me out. But I love everything about Phoenix now. And but I want to answer this. What things would you want in your dream rig that you don't have now? A way to go exploring when I want to. Phoenix is too old, and her motor is too weak to be able to tow anything, and I don't know that I want to do that anyway. But I lived in my cargo van for 5 years, and I could go down any dang road I wanted to, anywhere I wanted to, and just go. And I can't do that in this RV. Today, Jana was so sweet to accommodate me. She was ready to come back, and I kept going, let's try this road. And she's like, it's a subdivision. I'm like, let's just go see. I just got to go. I need to do some exploring. And then we ended up finding that marvelous place. So I would say that's the thing for me. The thing that I would want in my dream rig that I don't have now is some way to bug out and go exploring, whatever that might look like. What about you? What things would you want in your dream rig that you don't have now?
Washer and dryer.
Yeah. I've resorted to washing clothes, and I might share that, how I do that by hand, because I hate going to the laundromat so much.
My dream rig is what I have now. So
Me too.
I've had every kind of vehicle, and the only one I hadn't had was a truck camper, and I had a travel trailer and traded the travel trailer in on the truck camper, and I love it. And it's if I ever think about another rig, it's going to be hard to say what I want, because I'm just so cozy.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Phoenix. I absolutely love her. I loved my van, but I got tired of not being able to stand up and walk around and do things. And if you can, that standing up is underrated. And walking around, I mean, I can play fetch in my freaking home with Bandit if I want to. And he and Sammy start playing, and it's fine because I have room for that now. Okay, I know that this is going to be longer. I saw someone say that I think it was Sally S. that said it's going to take longer than a normal FNL. We're just going for it. You can get off whenever you want, and I understand that. 33 of you have given me a thumbs up, and there's 53 of you on, so if the other 20 can hit that thumbs up right quick, I would greatly appreciate it, because it really does help. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that, because that also helps, and I'm so close to 20,000. I can taste it. I'm so excited about that. Thank you guys so much. Okay, this is a question, and I want to answer this one next because it's from Sarah Jane in the UK, and it's getting late for them. I mean, it's already late, but it's going to be getting later and later, so I want to answer this. She says, it's kind of the same as we just answered. Nearly all rigs outfits are a compromise on layout, and oh my gosh, that is so true. If you could tweak anything in the layout of your rig, what would it be and why? Well, you guys know I've tweaked everything. I have a new countertop. I lowered my desk. I built out the cabinet up here. The furnace came out, and I put in a cabinet there. There just isn't much that I haven't tweaked to make her exactly like I want her. So there's not anything else that I would honestly tweak in her. I'm very, very happy. I took out the storage and the TV, and I put in a swing mount catalytic wave 3 heater on that arm, and put in the 2 small propane tanks where that storage was. So I've got heat, directional heat. There isn't anything that I would do any differently. I've got her where I want her. She just needs we've got to finish up the painting and some of the stuff that's not structural, and I need to make my curtains now that all of that is done, and things like that, regular home stuff, Oh, John J, that's so sweet. Yeah, I should have been blonde. That's what my nephew brother always used to say. He's only 14 months younger than me, and he just said I dyed my hair dark, but I was really blonde. I buzzed it in 2020 to let it grow out so I didn't have to go to the salon, so I'll never color my hair again, but thank you for the compliment. That's really sweet. I just did this haircut today, and that's at the beginning of the live stream for anybody that wants to go back and see that. On YouTube, it's called the butterfly haircut, if anybody wants to see how to do it. It's just 2 cuts. So what about you, Jana? Is there anything you would tweak in the layout of your rig, Penny? And what would it be and why?
I specifically wanted a side door, so I waited because I looked for so long for a truck camper, and I didn't want slides, and I wanted a side door that gave me. I did not want a dry bath. I wanted a wet bath. I wanted a strictly dry bath. So, and my bathroom is pretty huge.
It is huge
for a truck camper. So I love that. The only thing is it has a dinette, And sometimes you can take the dinette out and put like a recliner there, but I can't do that because I have my water tank and all my electrical is under my steps. My steps are really cool. If you hadn't seen the video, go watch Debra's video.
Her tour video.
Yeah, where my steps can slide in
So cool.
underneath the bench of the dinette and then slide back out. So I would lose that feature too. So, but I guess if you're dreaming, but everything else, there is nothing. Well, one little thing I was trying to think. I did read this question, but it was like, what would I want different or changed? And the only thing that there's maybe 3 things that I get irritated about. I can't think of the 2, but it rained the other day, and they put the gutters on the
Oh, God.
right when you open the door. So when it rains,
If you're sitting in her truck and you open the door.
yeah, and you got to get out, you're gonna get sopping wet. I was like,
'Cause
that
it
was a
just
little
pours.
design flaw, and they put it on at least the back door. But something like that. But I mean, I just love it.
Yeah, we both love our rigs. I'm going to tell you that there were very few people that asked inappropriate questions, and I deleted them. There are people amaze me at some of the things they think that they need to be privy to. It's like, no, I'm not going to tell you anything about my personal, private life. And when I said that I would answer anything, I really didn't think about people asking inappropriate questions, and so I did delete some questions that I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to answer, and I promise you, I won't come to your house. You such things. I do see that for whatever reason, it looked like Kimberly is asking. That's okay, Kimberly, but I see that you've asked several times if I'm still in touch with Robert, and that's not an inappropriate question. Yes.
You were talking about other.
Yeah, I was talking about that not related. That was an offside. But that before we go on with the rest of the questions, I just wanted to say that there were some people that just floor me. Kimberly, yours is not. Robert and I are still in touch. He still helps me with publishing my books, and he married a good friend of mine, Melanie, and they are very happy and doing well. And Melanie and I are still in touch, and we talk and email and everything, and so it's all good. And his family loves Melanie as they should, and of course she loves them, and they it's just everything has worked out so beautifully, and I'm so happy for them. And if you know Robert and Melanie, be sure and tell them congratulations. I think they've been married now 2 or 3 months. I lose track of time, but anyway, June. Yes, they got married in June. Thank you. They got married in June, and they're very happy. So okay, going back to the questions here. This is from Tracy Canyon Girl 33 on Instagram. Y'all might remember Tracy and her husband. Jana and I rescued them here in Santa Rosa last year when their motorcycle broke down on their way back from Sturgis, and we went and got her husband, who was 6'8". Wasn't he? Like,
he was big.
He was big. He barely.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry you can't push my seat back any further.
He barely fit in Jana's truck. But anyway, we helped them out. And Canyon Girl has asked, for someone considering this lifestyle, where do you start? What are the things to consider? And I would say, I would start by figuring out what kind of camping you want to do. If you want to do off-road, which I can't do anymore, don't buy a Class C. I'm just saying, I can't afford the vehicle. Y'all want to know what my dream vehicle would be? It would be an Earth Roamer. You can look them up. But if I could buy anything that money could afford, it would be an earth roamer, because I can go into the wild like I like to do and stay out in the wild for as long as I want, and not have to worry about breaking down or anything. But I don't know that if I have the money, unless it was just surplus money, that I would spend that kind of money. But I think first and foremost, know what kind of camping you want to do, and then figure out what rigs fit within that parameter. And then, of course, figure out your budget. And if you're going to have to buy used, I would say just plan on spending at least 2 to 3 times the amount of money that you bought it for to keep it or get it up and running and reliable. You're not, I don't think in this, this is just me. I'm not an expert. I'm just speaking from experience. I don't think that you can buy anything in today's market used without planning on spending maybe even 3 to 5 times the amount of money you bought it for to make it reliable. And so if you're thinking that you're just going to go get a $3,000 vehicle and drive away into the sunset and live happily ever after, I encourage you to rethink that. And so I would say those are the 2 top things to consider. And as far as the types of vehicles, there's everything from cars to vans to cargo vans to Class B vans, Class C motorhomes, bumper pull trailers, fifth wheel trailers, box trucks.
They have motorcycles. You can.
Yeah, I if I was younger, I would even take off cross country in a motorcycle. But I miss my motorcycle. But those days, I think, unless I get a trike one day, which I still have hopes of, are over for me. Anything that you would add to that? No? I used to drive a Harley, for those that don't know, and I do miss that. Maybe I'll pull a Harley someday.
There you go.
There
Trike.
we go. Trike. She says trike. Can I have an e-bike? She's like, no! Not in trouble with me. I don't want to see blood. Let's see. Yes, Kimberly, but getting a trike would be awesome. Okay, here's from Susan Jack, and I haven't seen her on this evening. So, Susan, if you are on here, she's asking, do we prefer red or green? And she asked this last week, and I was like, red's a pretty color and green's a pretty color. What you talking about, Susan? And so now she's asking, do you prefer red or green chili? Okay, we're from Texas. So when you ask, do we prefer red or green chili, do you mean like salsa? Because that's what we call it in Texas. Or does she mean like chili?
No, like hatch green chilies or the red.
Oh, we like Christmas. We like them all. That's what they call it in restaurants. It's like, they're like, do you want red or green or Christmas? And we always say Christmas. So
that way we can taste both.
Yeah, we like them all, if that's what you were referring to, Susan. Sorry, it took me a while to catch up. Okay, question from Kate Kramer 1724. Are you ready for your KOKO Fest? I'm always ready for my KOKO Fest. I love KOKO Fest. KOKO Fest 2023 is well underway. I've shared how much I've been struggling this week because I forgot to take my freaking medicine. And for a while I forgot, you guys. It's not like I forgot for a few days. I forgot for a few weeks. But we're getting there. I have a KOKO Fest 2023 Facebook page. If you're interested in KOKO Fest, even just to know what's going on, even if you can't attend, if you want to see what we're up to in case you want to attend next year or something like that, you're welcome to join that group. It's a public group. It's not restricted at all. And I'm starting to put stuff on there. I'm trying to do so daily because it's getting time, and I'll be working on the itinerary as soon as I start feeling better and better. And Desert Bev says that she just got her KOKO Fest yesterday. That's awesomeness. And I saw earlier where Becky says that she got her book today, that she won, and I'm so happy about that. Yeah, Judith says that my Earth Roamer dream is a cool $500,000. I know. No, I've got a beer pocketbook and champagne taste. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so question from Megan. She used to be Mino Fairy on here, and Megan, leave me a comment, sweetheart, because I can't remember right now exactly what your YouTube name is. But I believe it's Al for her late husband, Al Megan. She says, "How is your home doing, and how are the tires working for you?" My home is great. It's a little bit still in shambles from all the projects we've been doing, but I'm working on it, and I need Gracie and Jacques Adventures. Hi, good to see you on here. Dream big and believe. Yes, absolutely. Good to see you. So it's a little bit still in shambles, and I need to. I'm calling and getting stuff put back in order. Mino Fairy, there you go. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for that question. And my time, everything is great. I can shower now thanks to Judith whenever I want to, and bathe Bandit whenever I want to because I have hot water. And my tires and wheels, they not only have given me safety and I'm certain probably saved my life, but they are gorgeous. And so I no longer feel so ghetto. I mean, the inside of my home is gorgeous, but when you're rolling down the road and when you're pulling into RV parks and when you're pulling into state parks, and you know, people don't see the inside. They see Phoenix. And Phoenix is a little worse for wear on the outside, but her wheels are so beautiful. It's like you have to kind of look at her and go, well, that's kind of an interesting rig, instead of going, you know, like, oh, I hope they don't park next to us, because I'm sure people have seen me coming and thought that, because they don't know me and they don't know this rig, so anyway, I love it. I love my rig, and I love my tires and wheels. So thank you for asking, Megan. So, yes, she does have posh new shoes to go with my posh new hairdo. Did I say that? UK style? Don't hate me. Question from Snarkastic Sunny. What a wonderful name, Snarkastic Sunny. Is it very hard to pull a trailer? How do you learn? And what? Oh, okay. So there we go. Is it very hard to pull a trailer, and how do you learn? I am not your resource for that, so I defer to Frugal RV Gal, who has been pulling trailers her whole life.
Practice. If you want a trailer and you get a trailer, before you pull your trailer there, find a big parking lot, school parking lot or something, and spend the time learning how to drive, stop, look at your blind spots, how much of the trailer can you see from your rear view mirror. I mean, not if you have a rear view mirror and you can see the back part of that trailer, but then notice when you're turning, what part of the trailer can you see. Backing up is always an issue if you've never done it. So that's the place you do it on your own and in your time. Because I've tried to help people back up and trying to tell them standing outside their window, and they just get so flustered. They're just like, would you just do it? And they don't learn. So learn in your timing. You know, watch some YouTube videos on backing up or whatever. If you have a teacher, then yeah, let them. But the best thing is just doing it on your own out in the middle of nowhere where, you know, in a big parking lot where nobody's going to bother you and you're not going to hit anything. So,
yeah, exactly.
Just practice.
Practice. I will tell you that I did in Fiona, my Class B, I pulled a smart car for a while. And the number one thing that I learned from that, that somebody told me, and this may or may not be helpful to you, but is if you put your hand on the bottom of the steering wheel, whichever way you turn your hand is how the trailer is the direction the trailer is going to turn. And that helped me when I was trying to back into places. But I've had so little experience. But that did help me. You know.
And with me, because I didn't learn it like that, and when I try to do that, I overcorrect too much. So
Yeah, you have to be slow moves.
I look out at both of my mirrors, on the side mirrors, in the minute, and I just do this. But you do it so slightly and so little bit, you don't overcorrect. But the minute you see the bumper of the trailer or the back start to go that way, then you correct a little bit, and so you end up just kind of doing this just a little bit. But to everybody else that's seeing you, you're just backing straight up. But I just watch when that one starts, when I can see that very tip of that bumper start to go the wrong way, then I just correct a little bit the other way, and then look out this way, and then when I see it over there, it's not this big. Which people, that's what they want to do, and then they end up like jackknifing
and having to pull out and go back around the campground, come back or whatever.
Very slight movement,
and nothing wrong with
back
that.
Up, just a little bit at a time.
Slight movement, and I will also say that if it's like it all when I rode motorcycles and I was backing my Harley up, you want to do that in inches too. I don't know about with a trailer or anything, but I learned the hard way when I was backing into a parking space with my Harley. I did it slowly, and I did it in inches. I'm very slowly and in inches. Let's see. Bev says that she just bought a smart car. Did I have problems at campgrounds for the car trailer? No. I don't know what kind of problems there might be at campgrounds.
It's just like pulling any kind of vehicle.
Yeah, anything. I don't know quite how to answer that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bev. Okay, so also from Snarkastic Sunny, what do you do about medical care and prescriptions when on the road? I probably I hate to encourage anybody with this. If you read my book, you know that I decided I'm not doing the hospital stays anymore. I don't. I just chose not to. I'm supposed to go into the hospital at least twice a year. It started out, it was supposed to be every quarter for 2 nights, 3 days of testing. And I'm not going to live my life like that. And I'm not going to be tethered to a hospital. That's my choice. I'm not recommending that for anyone else. You do you. And so I have had to get, for a while, I had my most wonderful primary care physician in Wyoming, because I was going to Wyoming every year, and I would see her. She retired, and about the same time that I quit going to Wyoming, and we're still in touch. She insists I call her Lori now, because she's not my doctor anymore. And we text, and how beautiful is that? And she just sent me recently pictures of her chickens in her garden, and I was on the phone with my cousins when she texted, and so we were all interacting, and so I'm very blessed in that way. But I also went through several doctors, and since then, I have found a primary care in Arizona, which is also where I go every year. I'm also in New Mexico every year so far, but my primary care right now is in Arizona. And some things you want to consider is that you need a primary care to see at least once a year, because even if you're on the road and you go to an ER, they're gonna want to know who your primary care is, and it's just a good idea. So I keep a primary care. Right now, my state residency is in Nevada because that worked easy for me, but I may change that to Phoenix, because, not Phoenix, at all. Never. No, I don't mean never. Phoenix is a great place. Sorry, Richard. He's on here and lives near there. I just mean that I won't live in Phoenix. It's a big city. I can't do big cities because of my brain injury. And I sure hope I didn't offend anybody. That's all I meant, was because it's a big city. But Arizona has a Mayo Clinic that specializes in neurobiology, and so but you have to be to go there. You have to be an Arizona resident. So I may change my residency to Arizona one day. Those are the kind of things that you have to consider and you have to research. As far as prescriptions, if you have a primary care, it's not an issue anymore. Walgreens is pretty much nationwide. Walmart is pretty much nationwide. You may have to go back to see your primary care for refills. I will tell you that I circumvent that by getting what I need, non-narcotic, and I don't have any narcotic medicine anyway, in Mexico. And I see my primary care in Arizona, and then I get 9 to 10 months worth of medicines in Mexico. They are the same. They're made by the same laboratories. There is only a handful of prescription laboratories in the world. So I go to reputable pharmacies down there, and I don't go to a fly-by-night. And that's how I do it. Anything you want to add to that? She's like, hell no.
No, I don't have prescriptions, so.
Yeah, she does.
I mean,
she's young.
I have a primary care physician. We went, Debra said, in Quartzsite this year and really liked her. And
yeah. For those that don't know, Quartzsite, maybe we shouldn't tell them because then we won't get an appointment. But for those that don't know, Quartzsite did open up a family clinic, and we really like the staff there. They have a lab next door, and it is part of the Parker Hospital healthcare system, and it works really well for us. So,
and of course, dentists. Y'all know
dentists. She just spent $1,000+ on a tooth here in the States because it didn't last until we could get down to Mexico. But Mexico, you need to know who you're going to. We made the mistake of going to a place that I'd gone to before, but they changed dentist. And when we walked, I realized they'd changed dentist. We should have walked out right then because I was going to the dentist, not the address. But they changed dentist. But we now know Rob travels with Toddy. If he's still on here, he can testify that he had a lot of work done, dental work done in Mexico, and it went great. And we got that referral from somebody who has lived there, third generation in Yuma, and goes there and knew them. So don't just go to anybody. You got to do your homework and your research and know where you're going and what you're going to have done, and that they are proficient at that. All right, last question, except that I want to go back through comments as much as I can. Is that good?
Yeah,
okay.
There's not been a lot of comments. So.
Oh, good. Borderline dental. There you go. Thank you for still being on, Rob. Okay, question. This one's from Brenda Peachy, and she says, what is still a learning curve by living in an RV? Oh, God. 8 years. And you're 6? I'm coming up on my 8th year anniversary. I cannot tell you how strict I wish I were about this, and I'm about to be once I get everything culled and out of my RV that I want out of here. I'm sick of the clutter. Don't bring a blankety blank thing into your rig.
Well, if you do,
don't.
Take one out.
Don't. Take one out and don't bring anything in. Just minimize. And you would think after 8 years and knowing that I do that, and I don't. And now I will tell you, I have all of my books. I have things for book shows and book signings. I have things for my meetups. I do have places that I have allocated to store that stuff, but it's small. And I keep going, oh, people at KOKO Fest would love this. I'm going to get this for them. And then I'm like, oh, this would look so good on my table at book signings. I'm going to get this. And it's like, oh my God, before long, I am literally just about pulling my hair out. Don't do it. Don't buy a damn thing. Walk away. Walk away.
And that's...
Walk away.
You do have more items that we would normally have because of that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, how long did you travel with the cornhole before KOKO Fest last year? I mean, because you got to buy and get to Walmart or an Academy or something to buy it, and then we had to travel with it. We're carrying a cornhole around. This isn't normal. Yeah,
it's in this big ass box, and so to go to bed, I would have to slide it because I can't pick it up. Slide. Oh, fans, who said that?
Sarah.
Sarah, I'm gonna swim the ocean and come after you.
Here's two.
Here's two. here's three. But 13 fans, yeah, that's it, Sally S. Just don't even go into the freaking store. That is so true. But anyway, I would have to slide that cornhole box, which heavy and huge, up to the front to be able to get into bed or shower or whatever. And then when I got up in the morning, I would make up my bed stepping over it and then push it back. And so I do have things like that. And I have accumulated way too much stuff again. I live in a freaking RV. Everything I own is in this RV. And I need half of it to go. I have way too much stuff. Now, having said that, I also just bought Starlink. And Starlink is a big dish with a big pole mount, and I have to have 2 solar panels to run it, plus my Blue Eddy. I have a Blue Eddy and a Jackery, and those are necessary to boondock with Starlink. And so I had to get rid of stuff to make room for that stuff. And it's just, the question was, what is still a learning curve by living in an RV? And that is how to make the shit fit. Bottom line, it's a Tetris puzzle all the time. And I almost threw the Starlink off a freaking cliff. That is so true. And I don't know whether I'll do that video or not, because I'm gonna have to get everything out to hook it up to show you what I'm talking about, and oh my God, it would be such a hassle. But I need to probably do that video, because if you are going to boondock, hey Zelda, if you are going to boondock and use Starlink, it is not as simple as plug and play when you have shore power. You have to have a way to power up that modem all day long if you're on the computer like I am, either writing or Patreon and YouTube and all of that. I mean, I'm not on it all day long. I allocate hours that I work. But if you want internet service, you have to have a way to power that modem. And I have 300 watts of solar on my roof and another 100 watts of portable. And that was not enough to keep that. Hey, Susan, we answered your question about red and green. Both. Yeah, Christmas. But that was not enough to keep my systems running and my Starlink running. I had to buy 200 more watts of solar, portable solar, to power my Blue Eddy, to power the modem. And then, because I get up when I've taken my meds, I get up before dark and I'm writing. I have to have my Jackery powered to run my laptop and everything. So it's not just as simple as plug and play. And so there's things like that. And so, I mean, regardless, hi baby, regardless of what you're going to do, you have to find room for the stuff. And that's my biggest learning curve still to date. What about you? She's talked out. I know the face. She's like,
No, I'm just trying to think. Learning curve. I've been messing with those two words in my head. Like, learning curve. I mean, I know what it means, but...
my baby.
I can't think of anything that's...
I can think of something for you.
What? Because
It's kind of the same thing. What do you need season to season or year to year for your hobbies? Like you've downsized from a regular size guitar to a travel guitar. You have to watch what you use for your cookware because she's like, why couldn't I travel with somebody that did beadwork? No, I have to travel with somebody that does big ass books. It's because she's like, heavy books, because she's constantly helping me move them from show to show and whatever. Well, what do you cook with primarily? Frugal?
cast iron.
Cast iron.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cooking is my downfall.
It's not a downfall.
Well, no. But,
Weakness.
yeah.
Pleasure.
Yeah. And yeah, but that has to be weaned too. So,
She's already talking about leaving a couple of things maybe at the lake house this year, maybe picking up another, it's constant, you guys.
well, and I do that constantly because I'll pick up books. My library at my lake house, I pick up books and then I read them all year, and then when I go back, I drop those off and pick up more books. That's not a learning curve, but yeah, I mean, constant organizing, I guess.
Yeah. Culling and organizing. And
Like
Megan,
stone.
I know, I'm not, Rob, you like walking on danger, boy. He's like walking up and slapping the hornet's nest. So, Megan, I hear you that beads aren't necessarily light, but they're sure a hell of a lot lighter than several crates of books. Okay, I'm going to shut my laptop now. Bam. Because that was all of the questions on there, and I want to...
And Sammy's like, yay!
Yeah, no, Sammy, that didn't mean we're done, baby. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. That was my forehead up close and personal. I want to go scroll. Hi, Bubby. So they're getting impatient because they need to. Hi, baby. Hi. So Sally, yes, Kindle. Oh, shoot. Jana, book giveaway.
I know.
Oh, shoot. I need to do...
Read some comments.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to read some comments and then I'm going to close with a book giveaway. You guys will have the chance to win an Audible of either Keep On Keeping On or... No, it's not up yet.
Not Keep On Keeping On.
Not Keep On Keeping On. It's not out on Audible yet. I keep doing that. How Being a Nomad Saved My Life on Audible. And if you already have it, you can gift it to someone. But Audible on How Being a Nomad Saved My Life. Or, drum roll please, Audible for The Journey Begins. It is out on Audible for Amazon. We are waiting on it to propagate to Audible for Apple audiobooks. But it is finally officially available, at least on Amazon. And so in a minute, I'm going to do a giveaway for that. So let me back up and see some comments, though. And thank you all. There are so many of you still on here with me, and I'm so grateful for that. Let's see. All right. I think I'm back up where I was. It'll take me a minute to scroll through here. I don't know how to do a contest. I don't know what to do for the
Oh, well, you talk and let me...
Okay, you think of that. Rob shares that he didn't realize
I
how...
didn't see.
What is it?
I didn't finish my sentence. And
You didn't finish your sentence?
no, on here.
Oh.
I got stopped and then I was like...
Okay. So you don't need the mic?
No.
Okay. All right. So Rob says, Travels with Dottie says, he didn't realize how good downsizing his stuff would feel until it actually happened. And that's the truth. You think that there's going to be anxiety and angst around it, and then you actually do it. And I mean, by that, I mean actually do it. You don't just get rid of a few things and still have clutter. I mean, you wipe house out and you have minimal stuff, and you just don't know how freeing that can be. No one drive by and Deborah, you might get a curry knife dish in your windshield. No, Kathy, that's not true. Let's see. Yeah, Sarah and Joyce are sharing about their parents. And yes, thank you all for the thumbs up. I just love it so much. Oh, Bev, I hope your new eyeglasses work for you. Yeah, and Jenna had other family members that she helped out and got rid of their stuff too, Texas lady. So we get it. Yeah, yes, that's true, Morgan. Threads and jars. You know, you think about it, and if you lose everything to a natural disaster, you have to start over anyway. And then you didn't have the chance to give it away, or you didn't have the chance to take pictures and everything like I recommended. And so think of it that way. And let's see. So I'm catching up. Hold on. Bev says she had her Christmas stuff at her mom's because she had painted most of them. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I had 15 huge tubs of Christmas stuff. I used to every year have hire people to put the lights and stuff on my trees in the front yard and on my house. And that was just 3 buckets. The other 12 buckets were decorations for inside. I was a fanatic about that. And yeah, the only thing I miss is that I didn't keep my original, the very first Star Trek Hallmark ornament that came out. It had the numbers on it and the lights and everything. Judith says one way or another she's getting a washer and dryer in her trailer. Judith, they make a wonderful, I know people that have it and I've seen it work. It's a one piece. It's both a washer and a dryer, but you can't get more than maybe 1 t-shirt and 1 jean in it at a time. But if you keep up with it daily, that's not a problem. But the other problem is having the power to run it and the water. So you almost have to have shore power and water hookups if you're going to do any kind of washer and dryer. And I'm at the point where y'all are all giving me hugs and everything when I had to confess what an idiot I've been lately about my meds. Thank y'all for the kind words. I'm reading them and taking them to heart, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. I'm catching up. Joyce, reminders to reminders. That's kind of like my backup plans for my backup plans. Let's see. I'm catching up, you guys. Hang on. Yeah, oh, Judith, I love this. Judith says she hates to say this about herself, but she often goes to turn off the TV with the house phone and tries to answer the phone with the TV remote and wonder why neither works. Yes, yeah, exactly. Welcome to my world on a daily basis, hour to hour. Let's see. Did you answer Bev about the balloon festival?
I did.
Okay. All right. Catching up. Yeah, glad you made it on the live chat too, Kimberly. All right. Catching up. Gracie and Jacques. Hello, roomies. We got the pleasure of camping with Gracie and Jacques. So glad you were on here. You answered John J. Okay, catching up. I'm almost there. I don't want to hang up and miss comments. I know a lot of people do live streams and they don't even ever refer to the comments, but I can't do that. I want to see what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for allowing me this time to look at the comments. And I still might miss some, and I don't want to offend anybody if I do, but yeah, Zelda, I've just read yours about your outside paint job. Bad paint job is part of your security system. Yeah, I don't think anybody, unless they know me from on YouTube or something, is gonna think anything about trying to break into this rig. They look at it and they try to stay way far away from Phoenix. Let's see. Oh, Judith has shared, and thank you for sharing that, Judith, that she doesn't think pulling a trailer is hard, and she pulls an Airstream, you guys, so she knows what she's talking about. And she didn't start the first time pulling her trailer until the age of 55, and she's still learning, but she does it. She comes to Quartzsite, she comes to KOKO Fest. She just, you're fearless, and I love that about you, Judith. And thank you for sharing that. Oh man, Sarah's dad had a old World War II. Oh man, that's wonderful. Let's see. Catching up. Oh, Gracie's gonna get a going from her Class C to a Ram Pro Master. Yay! Can't wait to see that. Michael, that's true. My cousin Michael says it's like living in a boat that is regularly used and not just sitting in a marina. A place for everything and everything in its place. Absolutely. And when you have something that doesn't have a place, it's sitting out and you can't go to bed and you can't travel with it sitting out. So you got to do something with it. You just don't want a lot of stuff. I just can't stress that enough. Let's see. Catching up. I'm almost there. Oh, Sally's asking how big my Blue Eddy is. I did a review on it, Sally. You'd have to go through my channel and Google my channel to see the review. I don't remember. Zelda says that would be a great book title, How to Make the Shit Fit. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I did.
Yeah, what is it? I'm writing it down.
How to make, you're right, how to make the shit fit. And so for those of you that read only on Kindle, all of my books are on Kindle, I'm just saying. And there are 8 of them now. Travels with Dottie. So, Rob, sweetheart, are you telling me that they finally propagated The Journey Begins?
He said
to
Audible. So
you said Audible. So I need to ask, are you saying that it is finally available on Apple audiobooks? Because I know you have an iPhone. So please let me know. And I'm going to do that giveaway here in just a moment. Okay. Yeah, y'all are going to love the audio of, well, my memoir, How Being a Nomad Saved My Life is also a good audio, but you're going to love the audio of The Journey Begins, read by Vicky Levisay, and she has been on the live streams before, but wait till y'all hear her character impersonations and how she reads and everything. She's just, she's just amazing. And, Kimberly, thank you. Hey, Vicky Van Gogh is in the house.
Hey,
Did you
Vicky.
see that?
Vicky.
Hi, darling. So good to see you. Melinda Ray wants to know if I miss having a permanent spot to stay for a bit. Sometimes, but not very often.
Do you know I can't spell the word Phoenix?
It's Phoenix. NYX.
NY.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Phoenix, the town, is with an
Right.
I. But
Right.
she's Phoenix, the bird, because she
Right.
came up from the
I was like,
ashes.
I'm having a hard
Audible
time.
only. So you went ahead and bought it on Audible. That's so sweet of you, Rob. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Gracie, I am so glad to hear this. She is sharing that Johnny's Journey, y'all need to, if you're not following Johnny, you need to. She is the owner and mastermind behind Midwest Van Builders, and does amazing work. Oh, sorry, I gotta take a drink. I'm getting dry. Oh, sorry, you guys. Okay. Yes, Rob. So Rob is sharing that Audible is cheaper than Apple audiobooks. And the reason for that is, well, one, you might win it tonight and it'll be free. But the reason for... Oops, sorry. Sammy's playing with her. It's okay, baby. You keep playing. Here, I'm sorry. She got scared. Hold on. I want her to know she can play with her toys. There you go. She says, I don't want that toy.
You want your pizza?
So,
Pizza?
is because you can do an Audible subscription. I think it's $15 a month, and you get one book for that. And a lot of Audible books are like $18 and up. And I don't get to sell the set prices. But I mean for any book. So you can do one book a month for that $15, and it does come out a lot cheaper. And that's one reason why I'm trying to publish one book a month under Audible and Apple audiobooks. But anyway, there you go. Oh, Melinda is in Tennessee. So is Cheryl, Pup Camper 58. She hadn't been on here tonight. I hope she's okay. I'll have to check on her. And yes, Johnny is amazing. Okay, what did you come up with?
Okay, we can do.
Oh, okay. She doesn't want to be on camera. Hold on.
We can do a.
Hold on.
Yeah, y'all talk amongst
Y'all
yourselves.
talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
You can have them guess a letter,
Oh, she did a. Oh, I gotta show them. Okay, but go ahead.
or
Guess a letter. Not yet.
we could do a question and answer based on.
Okay.
So
All right.
whichever one you want to do.
All right. Let me see those questions again. Oh. All right. So. Okay.
Or
All right. We're going to do 2 giveaways tonight. Because this is too cool. We're going to do 2 giveaways. I've got to show them. Hold your laptop up here and show them the spin wheel. Oh, sorry, but Sam's sneezing. So she's going to show you her spin wheel. We have a spin wheel. Y'all see that spin wheel? There you go. And it's letters. Okay. How do you do it? You spin first?
No.
They guess first?
Yeah, and
okay.
then I'll hit the spin and then we'll
all right.
put
So
it on the.
you have. I'm going to give you. We'll talk about something, but I'm going to give you 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
No, not 2 minutes. I'm going to give you a minute and 60 seconds to post a letter, and then we will do
A to Z.
letter A to Z. And if somebody, the first person to post a letter, like if somebody posts Z, for example, they get it. The second and third person that posts Z. Okay, so Gracie, Cindy, you're second. So you got to pick another letter. Cindy McCluster, pick another letter.
And y'all.
Gracie has C. Sally Forth has F. Melinda G. Mino M. Zelda Z.
What, the minute?
I
60
know. I'm
seconds.
looking at what everybody's posting.
Well,
Texas Lady J.
and
Sarah.
And you will have to
This is such
probably
fun.
tell us that you won because we can't go back to all those letters.
Yeah. So Q. So Cindy got Q. Okay. All right. So L and S. It's up to y'all. I can't track it anymore. It's beyond me.
Right.
If somebody's already posted the letter, the first person that posted it wins. And so I think we've got 20 more seconds. And Robin chose R. So if somebody else has already posted the letter, the first one gets it. Hey, I didn't know you were on here, Angie. Good to see you. Follow Jesus. Okay, what else?
So if nobody picks a number or a letter,
yeah,
then we'll go to.
We'll keep spinning till.
Well, that could take forever.
No, we'll keep spinning till we're all right. We'll keep spinning till.
And if not, then we'll go to the second page.
Okay, time's
that I
up.
show you.
Time's up.
Okay.
All right, she's gonna spin. Here we go. She's spinning.
Ready?
Oh, this is such fun.
It's not focusing.
It will.
Focus.
It will. Yeah, give it a second. It'll focus.
Oh, there it is. B.
B. Who had B?
Somebody had B.
Somebody had B. I can back up and look, but somebody had B.
Susan Jack, are you the first? I see Susan Jack had B.
I don't see it. I see C, C, G.
Right before Cindy picked Q.
Yeah. Okay, Susan Jack, she won.
Now I need to go over here.
Yeah, they're all saying Susan. Okay,
So which one?
Susan, which book do you want on Audible? Do you want How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, or the one that just came out today, The Journey Begins? And we're going to do the second one here in a minute. Y'all get ready. You got to type for this next one. You got to type one word. Anyway, congrats to Susan. Congratulations. Let me know if me. Susan says me. Yes, Susan, we got it. Now let me know which book you want, and I will send you the link for the free. You can email me if you want to, Susan, and I will send you the link for the free audio book. Congratulations. That is awesomeness. Do you know which book you want, Susan? Okay, Richard, love you. Fixing to do the second drawing. All right, are we ready? Here we go.
This is a question you're going to ask?
This is a question I'm going to ask, and I need the first person that gives the correct answer will win the second book of your choice. Okay, drum roll. Brrr, here we go. My dog, look at my dog. Look at him, watch me. Watch him, watch me. There's Sammy barking. Susan wants The Journey Begins. Okay, I'll email that to you, darling. All right, here we go. Here's the question. Get ready to type. What was the original name of my rig before Phoenix?
You don't,
I don't know.
You're buffering.
Buffering?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I moved it. No, oh, Vicky, no, Fancy Free was my van. Fancy Free was my van. Cindy says Freebird. Kathy Decree says Freebird. And y'all said it according to my Grand Desire. Melinda, that's awesomeness. Kathy Decree and Cindy McCluster, my cousin, said it at the same exact time according to the clock on the phone. So both of you, I will send you a link for a free book. Let me know which one you want. You can have either How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, or no, Freebird. Yes, Freebird was the name of it, but we already have a winner. No, Kathy, that's okay. I've got both. I can do it. They're both saying. So Kathy says Cindy can have it, and anyway, y'all let me know. Y'all, I can talk to both of y'all and find out. You guys, this has been such an awesome evening. Thank you so much. I'm thinking about doing something really fun coming up soon, kind of like the letter thing that we just did. That's going to be tons of fun on one of the Friday Night Lives. Thank you for being here. Congrats to the 3 winners tonight, and thank y'all for being on this journey with me. I love you all, and keep on keeping on, and we'll see you down the road. Bye.